Morning, blessing us, giving us grace, mercy, all that good stuff, giving us another chance to be better today than we were yesterday. Um, I am on the road right now, and I've been on here a little bit longer than I anticipated. I didn't think it was going to take me this long. I thought it was going to be 3 hours and I'm there. I just stopped to use the bathroom, right? And I still have an hour to go. But one thing I want to tell you all is be careful what you pray for because you just might get it. You just might get it. Hey, Andy Santiago, how you doing? Thanks for the love. I need it. I am I am emotionally and mentally drained at this moment, so I appreciate it. Some tips and ideas on what? If you keep spamming, I'm gonna have to block you. Tell me something good. Give me some good news. But the reason I say you have to be careful about what you pray for because God will give it to you, especially when God knows the desires of your heart and especially when you are following his commands. You know, treat your neighbor the way you want to be treated. Treat people with dignity and respect, regardless of where they come from, regardless of what they look like, regardless of what they have to give you or not. Always treat people with respect and dignity. Who has that same issue? Even the good stuff that you pray for, you know? And I'm not saying that I'm going through a burden right now, but situations are really tough. And I'm starting to learn that the older you get, sometimes the more complicated things can be because the people around you and your family and friends and things like that, everybody's getting older, you know? So needs are changing and people's needs are being are need to be met. And the most important thing is that we take care of ourselves first, right? So we have to be mentally sound, spiritually sound, emotionally sound, financially sound, physically sound, um, before we can really help anybody else, you know? So if you're struggling with any of those things, make sure you make an effort to work on them. You guys know I struggle with smoking. That is probably my biggest vice right now. And it's been really difficult to quit um, because I've been smoking since I was 21. So I've quit a couple times, of course, when I was pregnant. And then there were times where I took medication to quit. And, but this has been the hardest thing to cut out. And I know people have lots of tips and tricks and all that stuff to help, but it's really the one vice that, once I get rid of that and once I stop cussing, I'm going to be an angel. I will be perfect. Just kidding, because there's nobody is perfect, right? Everybody's got something that they got to work on. Please put your oxygen mask on before attempting to put a mask on anyone else. That's right, Chief. Absolutely. You have to take care of yourself first. You can't be of service to anybody else unless you got your shit in order. So don't beat yourself up about smoking, Mo. But I do. I do. And I feel bad. And to be honest, what makes it bad is that I don't even really enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I can't smoke unless I've eaten something. So I'll snack on something before I smoke, you know. So maybe I should just say, okay, don't snack on anything, and then you won't have the desire to smoke. It's like if I put something in my stomach, it gives me more of an enjoyment of the cigarette or whatever I'm smoking, you know. Um, but yeah, I got issues. I got issues. But what I pray for, and I do pretty much daily pray to God, you know, in the morning, and I usually ask God to help me to be a blessing to somebody other than myself. Hey, Hadassah, you know, and he answered. He has answered. So I'm on this road trip to pick up my neighbor who was in a kerfuffle. We'll just say that. So I really just need some emotional support. And that's why I came on here. Chief McConnell says, do the opposite. Try to smoke first, then go for the snack. Maybe it will make you not want the snack. Hmm. Well, that works too. It does curb my appetite for sure. What up, New Mexico in the house? You think that's a smart idea? So, smoke first, and then that won't make me want the snack, and then I won't enjoy the smoke that much because I didn't have anything on my stomach. And then, you know, so that might work. I see what you're doing. That's that trick psychology. I got you, Chief. Okay, I'm tracking. And Hadassah said it's a good thing, so we'll see. What up, Sean? I hope you have a great day as well. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my neighbor once I bring him back because he doesn't have the keys to his house. But you guys have to remember he's old. Hey, Prince Bud, how are you? Um, he doesn't have the keys to his home, and I gotta find him some help. That's my main thing. He is a veteran though. So Chief, if you have any ideas, I know that there's I can call the 1-800 veteran line and see if there's some emergency services. Yes, you finally caught me live, but that was just by coincidence because I'm at a pit stop. I stopped at 7-Eleven. I'm on the road to Martinsburg, Virginia to pick up my neighbor. I've been on the road already 2 hours, 2.5, and I have one more hour to go before I get him. Chief says, can you call a locksmith ahead of time? You know what? Maybe I'll do that. Call it ahead of time. That way it's scheduled and we don't have to wait, you know? Hey, Navy Cop, what's up? How are you? Look at all the retirement podcast people in here. Green Logbook people, what is up? I think I will do that. So when I go and get him, we'll call the locksmith, say, hey, give him an ETA, and maybe push it 30 minutes past that. That way, you know, Hardcore says, fear the Lord for all thy strength. Receive the energy of the word through the souls of heaven and the kingdom of righteousness. Bless the land and all split regions from the Lord's power crest. Navy Cop says, hey, Mo, popping in a while, getting ready for work. Okay, have a good day and support those vets as best as you can. I am trying. Yes, I am. Appreciate that, Navy. Orange, the Pokemon trainer, says, I fast sometimes for like 4 days and I feel incredibly healthy. All the food nowadays is so toxic. I have to fast. I was just thinking about that yesterday. I need to fast too. I need to fast and pray. I really do, you know, for the spiritual benefits as well as the health benefits. Yeah, everything is so toxic. I went and got these because I'm like, I need to have something on my stomach. I think I'll be hypoglycemic sometimes because, you know, I drink coffee and water but you know, I'd be feeling a little lightheaded sometimes and I'll have to put something on my stomach. So I will, Prince Bud. What are you up to? One day at a time. That's it. That's all we can do. It's one day at a time. Hey, Derek. How are you? Yeah. So yeah, God will give you the desires of your heart. It was my desire to help. I just think it's really unfortunate that this gentleman doesn't have anybody to support him, you know? He's got some family, but they've pretty much written him off. Um, and a good Samaritan found him at a gas station. Found him at a gas station outside of the police station. He has a dementia. So the Good Samaritan drove him all the way to Maryland from Virginia. And he's like, okay, so where am I taking you? And he's like, I don't know. Let me call my neighbor. He calls me and I'm like, that's not your home. Your home is in Hampton Roads. So that was a whole thing. So now and it's a lot. It is a lot, but I know it's all for a good cause. And I don't want to come off on here as if I'm, you know, talking about things that I do for people. I just have to kind of get it off my chest, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot. And if anybody knows anything that I could do to get him some help, um, drop it in the chat. We're getting older. Oh, yeah, working, grinding. All right. What do? You do something techie, don't you? I feel like you do something with tech because you seem to be a pretty smart guy. He needs help and found you. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, God's will be done. And if this is in God's will, it's in God's will. And I trust in the Lord. And I know that He will guide me the right way. As long as I trust Him and rely on Him and listen to Him, that's what matters. Take him to the VA or maybe call them and ask if they can take him. Um, is there not a soldier's home nearby? Let me see. I have to see if there's a soldier's home. That would be pretty cool. That would be very helpful. Yeah, it's nice and sunny. It was raining yesterday. It was overcast. And then at 7 o'clock at night, the sun came out. And I was like, what? So it's weird because I have to keep changing my thermostat from cold to heat, cold to heat. And I'm just like, can you make up your mind? Soldier's home. I'm gonna look that up. Hey, Green Logbook, what it do? Nah, I work. Oh, you work at the airport. Okay, it's a cool job. Any vet having issues this close to the biggest naval bases in the country shows an inherent problem with the system and why we try to support as we can. Yeah, and that's the thing, I live in a military town. We got army bases. I got Fort Eustis close to me. I got Langley where I retired out of. We got Fort Story. We got a whole bunch of bases around there. So that's a good idea. I'm gonna look and see if there's a soldier's home or if there's any, and then we got the VA. So I'm gonna call the VA too and see what we can do because he's a veteran. I know he gets a check, but I don't know if it's military related or if it's just Social Security. So he's a Korean War vet, maybe Vietnam. I don't know. When I pick him up, I'll look at his hat. But he's the sweetest guy. But the things that have been told to me by his family have not been the nicest. But I don't know that part of him. I only know my neighbor, and he's got dementia. At the end of the day, he don't know what he's doing, saying, going. So it's just like you can't give up. And I mean, I got so frustrated talking to his grandson. I was like, look, you guys got to do effing something. Like, this is wrong. This is wrong on so many levels. God. I'm not crashing out. I promise I'm not. I promise I'm not crashing out. All is good. I haven't put up my space heater yet. Yeah, exactly. Because you still might need it. This weather is wild. Yeah, Mo, I just got a decent vocabulary. Oh, okay. He say I'm just good with words, unlike somebody else in the chat who can't spell. But we ain't gonna name no names. Blueberry, I've never heard of you before. How I'm gonna follow you and I've never heard of you, sir or ma'am? No, I'm not crying. God is good. God is good. God gives me strength. You know what I mean? So I did not, and I saw the link. I saw the link to Ghost graduation, but and that was around 5 something, and I said, "Okay, I'm gonna go back." And I think I hit the notify button, but I was doing something else and got distracted with my kid, helping him prepare for his SOL. So I slipped my mind. I forgot, and then by the time I got back on, maybe the notification was gone because I guess the ceremony had already ended. So I missed it. Look at Mike Nice. How are you, Mike Nice? Mike Nice to you. That's Mike Nice to you. I cried. I was so happy for her. Yes. Graduating high school is such a great accomplishment. There's so many kids that don't finish school. I know so many adults that haven't finished high school. So for me, graduating high school, watching a kid graduate and walk across that stage, it's a huge accomplishment. I don't think they understand how important and how pivotal it is to get your diploma. It is so important. So congratulations to Ghost. Shout out to you, Ghost, aka Glam Squad. Look at Deja Vu. Hey, how are you? Navy Cop says deep breaths. So easy to crush on in situations. Absolutely. And especially if you have things that you haven't dealt with internally or deep-seated things that you haven't forgiven people for and things like that. Sometimes it just takes one small thing to make you crash out like that. That's why we got to take care of all of those things that I talked about, the spiritual, the emotional, the financial, the mental, all of that. All of that is so important. You take care of those things at the baseline level and be working on it every single day, just one drop in the bucket. Small things, won't have you crashing out. Oh, you missed it too? Yeah. Crew Crease, she might replay it. Hopefully she'll just replay the part where Ghost walks across. And that's the other thing too. I was thinking as that when I was looking at it, I was like, I don't even know her last name to know which one is her. So I'm sure we could always replay because I hit the notify, so I could probably go back in my history and look at it. Yes, like and subscribe. Yeah, graduating was a real deal. I got my diploma in '07. Okay. Forgot you a youngin'. I graduated in '97. Yeah, hit the like button. I'm gonna get back on the road, guys. For those of you that believe in God, say a prayer for me that I get there safely and that me and Mr. Stan get back to the house safely and okay. And I'm gonna do everything that I can. And that's all that matters, right? It's all that matters. Sometimes your family and your neighbors your neighbors and your friends can be your family. And that's I think the whole point of me coming on live is, sometimes, we have to create our family. People, that we created a legacy for and all that. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Personalities clash, things happen, unforgiveness. We do things that we never say sorry for. Bad things happen to us that we never forgive for. So it makes it really hard sometimes. And the Bible says that we have to forgive because God forgives us every day. Every time He wakes us up in the morning, that's another chance for us to give our lives to Him. So if God can give us grace, we can give grace to each other. You know, that doesn't mean we have to deal with those people, right? Depending on what the situation is now. But I think when it comes to dire situations like these, we have to still just do what we do, put our pride, our ego, and sometimes put our feelings aside in order to make sure that people are straight. What up, D Money? Derek always getting them tomatoes. It don't matter what chat he go in. If they find you, Derek, they giving you tomatoes, bruh. They giving you tomatoes. But yeah, we have to be grateful. That's really what the bottom line is, just gratitude. Being grateful for being alive. There's a lot of people that wake up in the morning and they hate their lives. But that's not what the Most High wants for us. So if you hate your life, you got a lot of work to do. I've been there before. Been there before. Um, and it took a lot to get me out of that. You know, Navy says, I feel that. Small family these days, as most blood relatives have passed on, but the vet family is always there. That's right. Absolutely. Truth be told Tuesday. No money. You're right. I ain't got no money. So any of y'all looking for a sugar mama, I ain't it. I may be getting older. I may be washed up. I may be hitting the wall, as they say, or already hit the wall. But that don't mean I'm gonna ever pay for it. Don't ever get it twisted. Not more money. But says can't hate life when you woke up today. Gotta make the most with what you have. Absolutely. And if you ain't got it, go out and get it. That's the theme of it. Get it. You gotta go get it. Period. Go get it. There's so much money to be made. And yes, it is hard. The economy is crazy right now. And I'm working on something else, advocating somebody to get some more money. Um, that works over here on my HOA board. And when I found out her salary and all the work she did, I said, "Oh hell no, we gotta fix that." How are you supposed to survive? How do you survive on that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is crazy. D money is no money. I know that's right. Eve, who's Eve? Don't hate my life. Frustrated because I am not where I want to be. Doesn't help when I keep adjusting the end plan. That's true. Figure out where it is you want to be in life and then work backwards. Think about what it is you want to do and then work backwards from there. Like I have a goal. I know what I want to do, where I want to be. And I was like, okay, how do I get there? Punched in some numbers, punched in some information. This is what you need for this. Oh, okay, well, how do I get that? Okay, well, how do I get that? And then you develop a plan and you just go for it. You know, one of my mottos is don't think about it, just do it. Don't think, just do. Just do it. Don't think about it. Prince says, nah, don't say that, Mo. You ain't old. You still look good for your age. You ain't hit the wall. Salute to you. Thank you, Prince. But I thought you were mad at me for a while. I was like, Prince not mad at me. I was like, maybe I was getting a little too slick with him. I was like, he don't know me yet. So, I got to watch what I say. So a lot of people, I try not to engage very much because they take things that I say out of context and they take it serious. And it's like, I'm on the internet. This is just jokes. It's not nothing I say on here, should be taken, everything should be taken with a grain of salt. Appreciate you, Derek. Derek, you got to calm it down with the Mo looks good though. I don't, I do like the attention, of course, attention is nice, but at the end of the day, sometimes it can get a little bit too much, a little overbearing. And I think when it interrupts Cree's stream, um, I don't think it's fair sometimes. You know what I mean? So I am not, I'm all woman. All woman. Thanks for deleting that. You don't feel like you just do it. What did I just say, Tanisha? Don't think about it, just do it. You ever heard that saying, whatever the body does, the mind will follow? When you get on that treadmill or that elliptical or you start walking, or lifting, whatever it is that you do, don't think about it, just do it. And then the mind catches up and I was like, oh, yes. Ooh, I needed this. I'm so glad I'm doing this. So don't think about it, just do it. How does your plan work into sitting in your car and YouTube live running your gums? I don't know, Sojo. I ain't working on the plan right now, but it's all up here. It's all up here, right? Navy says, I'm at of an old age and mindset, yeah, since last year or so. Now I know what the end game is. It's the road to the gate that is not paved and poorly marked out. Yeah. Sometimes, you got to pick a side, which way you want to go, this way or that way. And one looks glittery and nice and fun and easy. And then there's that narrow one where you got to focus on what you want, but it gets smaller and smaller and doesn't leave room for a lot of other shit. So that's why you have to sacrifice in order to get what it is that you want. I still hear me? You're on the internet. What you got on? Clothes. I ain't out here naked, man. Now I can't be mad at you, Mo. Okay. Appreciate you. D Money says anything Derek says, take what a vaccine. Thanks, Mike Nice. I appreciate you. Thanks for letting me know. Oh head, noggin, nasty, and ignorant. Is that somebody on here? Oh, people. Yeah, people are nasty. Yeah, you got to be careful. Got to be careful what you put your thing in. You got to be careful what you receive, let enter into you. And that's in everything, things that you listen to, the things that you watch, the conversations you have. You know, you have to be careful what you allow inside of your spirit. So, yeah, I have a new phone and it's got Apple Music, and there's no way to get Apple Music off unless I delete the whole app. So sometimes it takes over, and I'm trying to figure out how to get around that when I'm live. Yeah. But let me get back on the road, guys, and go pick up Mr. Stan. He's waiting on me. He's excited to come home, and let me go do what I got to do. Comments allow people to say behind their monitor what they would never say in person. You damn right. Them keyboard warriors, they got all the smoke. But once you face to face, they ain't got nothing to say. Isn't that interesting? And then most of them don't even have a picture or a channel so that you can go back and see who they are. So right there, when they have, you know, the initial or some BS as their profile pic, you already know what it is, you know? I don't worry about it really. As long as people don't come on here racist or saying anything super misogynistic, I don't care. You know, but don't be spamming my shit. Don't be spamming my shit. Cause I got things to do. People to see, places to go. I am somebody. And you are too. All right, guys. I love you. Yes, I will be safe. Thank you, Navy Cop. Safe travels. Thanks, Chief. I did it with the wrong hand. My bad. It's like, what? You don't salute a chief? I do. I salute chiefs. I salute anybody that served. Okay. D Money, you're just jealous. D Money, D Money might be a little jealous. He is. He is. That's why his name is D Money, because he ain't got none, but he's manifesting it through his name. And that's what you got to do. You got to manifest what you think you deserve. If you think you deserve it, go after it. And guess what? God will give you the desires of your heart as long as you are following Him. You too, Green Log Book. You guys make sure you guys check out these channels: the Military Retirement Podcast, the Green Log Book. Prince Bud got some music on there. Mike Nice has a really nice playlist. Who else on here? They got a channel. Shit. I think Navy Cop, you got a channel, don't you, Navy Cop? Check out Navy Cop. Definitely check out Deja Vu. She's got some good stuff on there. He said, jealous of who? Who? Sounding like an owl. Who? We're just jokes, man. Just jokes. All right, y'all. I will talk to you later. I got to plug in my GPS. I got an hour to go. And I don't want to be driving and trying to be nosy and look and see what you guys have. Otherwise, I would talk and just yap on my way there, but I don't want to do that. It's slow and slow, but working on. That's right. As long as it's steady, as long as you continually doing something, just don't give up. Slow and steady wins the race, but don't give up. You know, and utilize us. Utilize your brothers and your sisters in the veteran community, because we got you. You know, I got an email on here, so email me too. Um, if you need assistance with something too, Navy Cop. I mean, I know you got it. You're a pretty smart guy. You know a lot of stuff. So, but if there's anything that I can help you with, just email me at moperspective@gmail. No E at the end of perspective. And just email me. It's in my thing too. If you need anything, don't be ending my stream with no tomatoes. D Money, aka Derek Dexter. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Love ya.